Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are, good night, wherever you are, YouTube. Hope y'all having a fantastic day. It's your boy Black Knight once again coming out to you with another video. Just a catch-up video, more or less, about the controller setup that I showed y'all in the previous video. That was about 2 months ago. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to go ahead and post that up right here. And so that way y'all can keep up with what's going on in regarding my controller update. The thumb fatigue is definitely gone that I was mentioning in that video. I don't have to go through that anymore. So because that convinced me so much that another controller wouldn't hurt, I went ahead and designed a controller for myself, specifically to my preferences off of the Xbox Design Lab. Very easy to use website. I liked it a lot. I really tinkered and spent a lot of time with that website, and you will too when you do go on the website and customize the controller of your dreams. That's so to speak, I guess. I don't know. Really close. I mean, they don't have all the colors, but they have a good amount of colors on there, and we're gonna get through that today after I start unboxing this. I'm gonna go through why I chose to go with this controller specifically instead of an Xbox Elite controller based off of what I've heard down the grapevine. I'm hearing that they're great controllers, and then I'm hearing down the street that they're not. I don't know what to say about that, but I just chose not to put my money down the drain like that. So I went ahead and designed my own custom controller, which I'll unbox for you guys in 2 seconds. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all feel about these new products in which you may have tried based off of rumor or whatever. If you haven't tried it already, do not sleep. Anyway, let's get into it. So I just took it outside the box. This is what it looks like. It's pretty nice so far. Definitely a box I've never seen before, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this up now. These are actually, we're gonna get into these later, but yeah, we're gonna get into it later. Just give me a second. So as far as first impressions go, this is pretty dope. I've always been a super hard fan of the yellow. First impressions, this is amazing. It feels pretty light. I already like the grip that's on the back here. I get into all the attachments and details that I actually put in my lab right now. That I actually put into the controller in 2 seconds. So Xbox Design Lab, Microsoft, y'all did great. This looks awesome so far. It's a little dusty. I don't know where that dust came from. I'm just gonna dust it later. I don't really like seeing my controllers with too much dust. That just leads me to believe that it was sitting somewhere for a while, I guess in the package, right, on the box. But so far this looks pretty cool. Got my gamer tag on there. If you don't know me by now, the buttons feel really good. A little noisy to my taste, or for my liking, very noisy. This is why I have these other controllers up here to compare, what are we getting in comparison. Just for the timeline, this is my current controller. This is the Xbox 360, and this is just the original Xbox. So, I don't know if you can hear that. Big difference. It doesn't feel as bad as it sounds. I mean, it doesn't really that bad. I'm not gonna cry about it, but it's not that bad. The RB does click. This is a newer controller, by the way. So this Xbox controller, this is more like the series controllers. I was kind of against them at first. I really love the integrity of the previous model controllers. They were just heavier for my big hands, and they felt good. But now that they're lighter and more ergonomic in a sense, I don't have the batteries in here yet, but I'm sure it's gonna get a little heavier as I put the batteries in. But for right now, just feeling the controller, the analog sticks, they feel good. Nothing feels cheaply made. This feels like a solid Xbox controller. It doesn't feel like you know, it was just cheaply put together. This really feels like a solid controller. It feels like, you know, as you would buy it in the store, but even higher quality, so to speak, because of the, of course, the upgrades. There's rubber grips on the back here. I really wanted to kind of compare this whole grip setup to the fact that I have a whole rubberized grip all the way around on this one, and just to see which one would ideally be more comfortable. Now, I wanted to preserve the thumbsticks, so I went ahead and got some Omnis. These are the low rises. This is my first time getting some low rise Omnis. They're low rise, meaning they're just super thin in comparison to so this is the low rise, this is the Modern Warfare. It's a little dusty. It's the high rise. Let me see if I can just put it. So high rise, CQCs, and then this is the low rise Omni right here. CQC Rushes. So that's the difference. Again, high rise, mid, low. That's just a big difference. So I just bought these specifically, these Omni specifically, to preserve these thumbsticks because I don't want them to end up looking like this. Super smooth and round all the way around the edges and flat and used up. I couldn't show you on this one. I just put an MCC cover on there. Thanks to Modular Megane for giving me these. These help out a lot, but I'm gonna go ahead and put these on. More than likely, both of them. On all the other ones I haven't, but it's okay. So as far as an update goes regarding the the KontrolFreeks, it's been 2 months. I haven't had any problems, any ripping. I don't know, you know, about the reviews on you guys, and it didn't rip for me. Nothing. I didn't have any problems or anything like that. There was no ripping on the inside. I just made sure that I do my due diligence in keeping the inside clean. What I mean by the inside, I mean deep down inside, under the actual precision ring where the analog stick is. I just do my best to pluck any hairs or debris that's in there at all, period. See, that's a little thing right there, but anyways. But other than that, feels great. Feels just the same, if not better, now that it's broken into. So it doesn't feel as stiff as it did before. It feels natural, so to speak. If you guys noticed that I went with the different buttons. I went with the more OG style on the colors, the color plate on the buttons. This is just a black buttons on the color, and then color on the black. Just preferred. I just love that style. It just brought me back to the good old days, if you know what I mean. And you know, just the days you were just up all night on COD or Halo, just going hard all day long. That's why I got a Modern Warfare and Halo. That's most of the FPSs I play. I don't really play anything else. So I plan on actually putting a medium on this one. I'm not actually going to use this controller specifically for any first-person shooters. I don't want to beat this controller yet, not until I have to. I have to replace this one. So I'm going to just use sorry guys, woo, been working non-stop. Been working non-stop, guys. Anyways, just a little tired, but where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna put the mediums on this one just to play it safe in the event that maybe I do try to play lightly some first-person shooters, just for whatever reason this controller dies and my other batteries die, and this has the only set of batteries, whatever, blah, 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 etc., etc. I'll use this controller. It has to be a special case. It's a pretty special controller. I like it. So I want to treat it nicely and treat all my controllers with respect. Some of them have stick drift, which is inevitable, but I believe right now that these attachments here are actually preventing stick drift in my controller, just because I was very hard on the right stick for, you know, having to dodge or duck and look and things of that nature. So I'm just gonna put a medium on here, the purple one, the one I used from earlier I took off. I showed you guys in the previous video. I'm going to put that previous one here just to play it safe. It's only just going to be a preventative maintenance maneuver kind of thing. Really, I don't really need it. I'm only going to be mostly playing light games like Fall Guys or Monster Hunter, stuff like that with this controller. I don't want to. I just want to see what it can do and how it feels in my hands when I play it first, and then maybe I'll go hard later. And it's just an extra set of hards in the event that I want to turn this into this. So, and for me to turn this one into this one, or this one, sorry guys, this one, the Xbox Design Lab controller to this one, I'm really conscious when it comes down to controllers, because they're supposed to last. So, anytime something or someone or some company tells me something is not about to last, or there's reviews saying that something doesn't last, it just turns me away. It just does. I can't help it. It just does, guys. Sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on for you guys and show you how I'm gonna have it set up for the entirety of its life until, like I said, I change its purpose to that, because it feels totally different night and day. So anywho, let's get into it. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and get the KontrolFreeks on to the controller. So first things first, before we get started, we will make sure that the controller is as clean as can be before we install anything. I already did majority of the cleaning prior to this step, so we're gonna go ahead and move past that right now. It's relatively clean, of course, kind of what we call dead stock, right? So we got our ring, and again we're gonna put this one on right here. All right, so it looks like that. Meanwhile, are y'all having a great day today? Like, I don't feel as though that gets asked enough. So I'm just gonna make sure I ask you guys. At least you heard it once today. Are you having a great day? I hope so. So we're gonna make sure we get it on right. So I went ahead and went with the mediums because I had an inkling feeling that I was gonna really want to preserve this as much as possible, and I don't know how rough I'm gonna get later on playing with this controller for the future. So I just went ahead and played it safe with the medium, since I already played with the hard on it and on my other controller. And again, this controller I'm not going to be using for first-person shooters. A lot of people are going to be like, well, then why put it on anyway? Well, that's because I don't want any stick drift on this controller at all. And stick drift, for those who don't know, is just I'm going to do my best to explain it. I don't know how the kind of technical words for it, but it's just kind of like a stuck button input, a button input that's stuck anywhere on the controller. It can be any part of the controller or any button, and it's constantly always looking up without you touching the controller. It's like, for my case, it's always constantly looking up on my older controllers, even though my stick is normally like this. And to prevent that, or how that happens, basically because I was just being super hard and playing with it. But I'm going to be super cautious, and this is going to help me be even more cautious with that in the future going down the line. So now I have these here to put on top of both sticks to preserve the stick itself at the top. So I'm gonna open these right now. Let's see. It's fairly simple to open. Kind of just grab it here. Just put it right down. Right down the middle. Oh. We're having some technical difficulties here. It told me right down the middle. Yeah, this is what right down the middle is looking like right now, guys. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to preserve this box for the future. Like I am with the other ones. But, I will do my best and preserve it. Even though it's trash. Maybe I should throw it away. I don't like having trash laying around all over the place. So, now they're out. Super, super grippy. So grippy. So, we're gonna do one at a time. Ooh. So we're gonna put it on the... I don't really think it matters which way it goes on, considering that it's, you know, there's no real direction for it. It's just the 4-prong at the bottom. Just gonna... And we're just gonna make sure that it's on all the way. So I don't see any harm being done to the thumbstick. I don't really plan on taking it off after a while for a very long time. So this feels very good, by the way. Oh my goodness gracious. Now I'm gonna put it on the other one. The same thing. And I don't know any other way to really put these on. So it's just kind of sliding them on there. And the good thing is about putting these on initially, why I recommend putting these on as soon as you get your controller is because it won't damage the thumbstick rubber end here at all when you install these on. As if they were older thumbsticks, these 4-prong ones usually come super strong from KontrolFreeks, meaning that they will, I don't want to say will 100%, but there's a higher likelihood of them destroying your thumbstick cover for the sake of covering it, which kind of blows me. But again, let me see if I have an example of, I guess, very visual example. I don't. Because even on my racing controller, I have the CQCs on. It has a 4-prong, but there isn't any visual kind of ripping or tearing and kind of in the grip of the thumbstick itself. So I won't be able to show y'all that. But this is what it looks like now. Beep. Nah. I just wanted to do that. Hope nobody minds me doing that. And that will be it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed this experience with me. It's going to be very fun playing these games in the future with this controller. Go ahead, subscribe, share the video, tell them what's up. Here's a new update. We're going custom, baby. Peace.